Alright, so, we have no man, man, woman. Earth world is human. The man of many hues, where we went to become different, to learn that we were the same. It's a hard road. Now where we're headed to is we kind of got this wrong. It wasn't Earth, it's supposed to be heart. And where we're moving to, as my friend pointed out, I might have flipped the letter back around and they still got to add a letter. So this was not by mistake. Hey, where we're heading to is Earth, where we gather together again. So if you see these are 4 worlds, if you put them in a circle, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, we're heading back to kind of this. We're heading back to that connection with each other and with life, with this place. It's exciting. Another way to understand that is my little ray. This, I think you guys know, is our medicine wheel, yeah? So you got spiritual, emotional, physical, and mental. So, the first world, hey, it was physical. It was just all is. A wonderful just connection. Then mental was that idea, this otherness. And they talk about, this movement from right to wrong, this understanding of right and wrong. And as that grew, that understanding became a spiritual world of black and white. Now our 4th world that we were in, it was humanity's emotional journey. And we're kind of over here now. That bright star, hey, that's part of the little Jesus dude here. And along the way, there were many teachers, not just one teacher. These are an example that kept us anchored through this great, hard journey. It was to learn the teachings of fear. It's this big, hard world. It's about 4,000 years, and we're at the end of that. Actually, for a lot of people, we're actually restarted into this physical world. That world that we built together. Why it's a children's revolution is actually because kids are already here, and we're going to help bring the last few people who are still stuck in that shadow world, still stuck in that pain and that fear, help bring it to this new world. Now where it's going, I have no idea. This is just the beginning. That's where we are. That's what makes you guys such powerful leaders. You're going to help people come from here to here as you move from here to here. This is just also a way of understanding. Another thing I like to point out, traditionally, lots of cultures had coming-of-age ceremonies. I know some First Nations, when you hit 13, hey, they send you out into the woods for 4 days on your own. That's a big expression of trust on both ends. But as the kid goes out into that wilderness, first thing they do is they start to cry from being alone and afraid. And they cry and they cry. But they cry out all that stuff, and when they're done crying, they realize all the tools that they were given, they know how to use. They realize that connection they have with the world around them. So after those 4 days, which is both for the kid and for the parents in the village, to feel that trust, to allow that to happen, the kid comes back confident, strengthened, knowing its connection to the world, knowing their connection to themselves and that they're able to do all sorts of stuff. Humanity is like that little boy. This emotional journey that we were on, hey, it was our coming of age. And now we're kind of coming home again. We went out into that darkness, that wilderness of our minds, our city jungles and whatnot, where we're coming back. And we'll realize that connection we have with this place, with each other and ourselves. That's kind of where we're heading. How you okay?
That's it. focus. Okay.
April 1st is Pink and Purple Day.
Pink and purple, yay, we love purple.
Yay!
Pink and Purple Day.
So on this day, you wear pink and purple, or just pink, or just purple, whatever it is.
Yay!
This is the official launch of the Children's Revolution.
Okay, since there won't be school, how can they show that they are in support on April 1st?
Coming with a black eye.
Well, originally I didn't know about the Friday off. I was going to have Pink and Purple Day be early in Conklin and McMurray.
But could they post something, like on
Yeah.
Facebook?
Oh yeah,
or
yeah,
if
yeah. Oh,
they're-
yeah.
You know, maybe this is their way of, like on April 1st, you know, it might even just